This is the true ending, an epilogue to Blue Tulips. If you haven't listened to the original story, links are in the description. Now, let's continue. She did not explain. She simply stood and walked. He followed. They left the park together, not speaking, not looking at each other, just walking, through the narrow streets, past the canals, past the flower shop where blue tulips sat in buckets by the door. He stopped when he saw them, just for a second, just long enough for Kathy to notice. She said nothing. She kept walking. Her apartment was small, a studio on the third floor of a building that leaned slightly to the left, as if it had grown tired of standing straight. She unlocked the door and stepped inside. He hesitated at the threshold. "Come in," she said. He did. The room was neat but spare. A bed in the corner, a small table with 2 chairs, a bookshelf filled with paperbacks, and on the wall, above the desk, photographs, dozens of them, all of the same man, different angles, different years, the same face, the same smile, the same eyes that Ethan had seen in his dreams, though he had never admitted it until now. Kathy walked to the desk, picked up a framed photograph, handed it to him. Drew, in the market, holding up 2 boxes of food, smiling at the camera like he had just told a joke. Ethan stared at the face. "I don't know him," he said, but his hand was trembling. Kathy watched him. She did not speak. She walked to the desk again, opened a drawer, took out a small recorder. "I recorded him once," she said, without telling him. "I don't know why, I wanted to keep something." She pressed play. Static, then a voice, clear, warm, unmistakable. "Everything's going to be all right." Ethan's eyes filled with tears. The voice continued, a fragment of conversation. Her asking what he wanted for dinner, him laughing, saying something about noodles, her laughing too. But those first 5 words, "everything's going to be all right," hung in the air like a ghost. The recording ended. Ethan did not move. "I've said that before," he whispered. "I don't know when. I don't know to whom, but I've said those words." Kathy stepped closer. "It's you," she said. He shook his head. "No, I'm not him." "Then why do you remember?" He looked at the photograph, at the face that was not his, at the smile he had never worn. "I don't know," he said. "I don't remember anything. Not really. Just fragments, feelings, a bench, snow, a woman in a blue dress." He looked at her. "Blue tulips," he said. "He brought you blue tulips." She nodded. "I dream about them," he said. "Blue petals in the snow, scattered, like someone dropped them. And there's red, in the snow, and I can't. He stopped. His voice broke. Kathy reached out, took his hand. His fingers closed around hers. Not tightly, just enough, just there. "You're not him," she said. "I know you're not him, but something of him is inside you, and I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's a second chance or a cruel joke or something I'm supposed to walk away from." She squeezed his hand. "But I can't walk away. Not again." They spent the afternoon in her apartment, laptops open, searching through articles neither of them fully understood. Kathy typed. Ethan read over her shoulder. They moved from page to page, near-death experiences, case studies of patients who woke up speaking languages they had never learned, children who remembered places they had never visited. Nothing conclusive. Every article had a counter-article. Every study had a debunking. Every possibility had a wall. "People have been studying this for decades," Kathy said, scrolling through a PDF. "But no one wants to publish anything definitive. It's too easy to mock, too easy to dismiss." Ethan nodded. He was reading a forum, survivors of cardiac arrest, people who had been declared dead and then revived. Some of them reported nothing. Darkness, emptiness, the end. Others reported fragments, flashes, feelings they could not explain. I knew things I shouldn't have known, about people I had never met, about places I had never been. It faded. Most of it faded, but some of it stayed. "Here," Kathy said. She turned the laptop toward him. A journal article, obscure, published in a small European medical journal that had probably been read by fewer than 100 people. The title, "Consciousness Transfer in Near-Death Experiences, a Case Study of 5 Patients." Ethan leaned closer. Kathy read aloud. "The recipient often feels a pull toward places and people they cannot explain. They are not the same person, but they carry something forward." Ethan sat back. His hands were steady now. His breathing was calm. But something inside him, something deep and old and not quite his, was listening. "I don't love you," he said, not cruelly, gently. Kathy looked at him. "I don't know you," he continued. "I don't know your favorite food. I don't know what keeps you up at night. I don't know the sound of your laugh when you're not pretending to be okay." He paused. "But something inside me, something I can't control, won't let me leave." Kathy closed the laptop. "That's enough," she said. "What is?" "Proof." She looked at him, not at his face, at his eyes. "I spent 3 years waiting for a ghost," she said. "I told myself I was waiting for closure, for permission to move on, for a sign that it was okay to stop coming to that bench." She shook her head. "But I wasn't waiting for any of that. I was waiting for you. I just didn't know it yet." They did not speak about what came next. Not that night, not the morning after. They danced around it the way people dance around things too large to hold, talking about the weather, about the coffee, about the way the light fell through her apartment window at dawn. But the questions sat between them, heavy, unavoidable. By afternoon, they found themselves back at the bench. The park was quieter than usual. The tourists had thinned out. The locals had retreated indoors. Autumn was surrendering to winter, and the air had the sharp, clean bite of something about to change. They sat apart at first, the same distance, the same careful space. Then, without discussing it, they moved closer. Snow began to fall. Not the thick, wet sheets of that night. Something gentler. Smaller flakes, drifting down like whispers, like the world was trying to say something neither of them could hear. Neither spoke for a long time. Kathy watched the snow settle on the path, on the trees, on the empty space where Drew had once stood. She thought about the years she had spent waiting, the mornings she had woken up and chosen to come here instead of moving on, the nights she had cried into her pillow and told herself tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow was never different. Until now. "I can't love you," she said finally. Ethan turned to look at her. "You're not him," she continued. "Your face is different. Your hands are different. Your voice sounds nothing like his." She paused. "But I can't lose you again either." Ethan looked down at his hands, the hands that were not Drew's, the hands that had never held hers before yesterday. He thought about Sophie, the life he had left behind in Paris, the woman who loved him, loved Ethan, and had tried to understand even when she couldn't. He thought about the fragments, the dreams, the drawings, the pull toward a city he had no reason to love. He thought about what the article had said. The original personality fades, but fragments remain. He did not know who he was anymore. Drew? Ethan? Someone else entirely? The lines had blurred so completely that he could no longer tell where one ended and the other began. But sitting here, on this bench, with the snow falling around them and her hand so close to his, he knew one thing. He did not want to leave. He reached over, took her hand. She did not pull away. "Then don't," he said. "Just stay." Kathy closed her eyes. The snow fell. The bench creaked beneath them. Somewhere in the distance, a church bell rang. She opened her eyes, looked at him. Not at his face, not at his hands, at him. "I don't know what this is," she said. "I don't know what to call you. I don't know if you're a second chance or a punishment or something in between." She squeezed his hand. "But I'm tired of running away. I'm tired of saying no. I'm tired of waiting for something that might never come." She took a breath. "So I'll stay, if you'll stay too." Ethan nodded. "I'm not him," he said. "I'll never be him. I don't have his memories. I don't have his heart. I don't even have his face." He looked down at their hands, his fingers intertwined with hers. "But something inside me, something I can't explain, has been looking for you. And now that I've found you," he looked up, "I don't want to look for anything else." Time passed. Not in the way time passes when you are waiting for something. Slow, painful, each day a repetition of the last. It passed the way time passes when you have stopped measuring. Quietly, almost without notice. They did not become lovers. That was not what this was. They became something else. Two people bound by a ghost. Two people who had each lost someone and found, in the loss, a strange and unexpected tether. Ethan stayed in Amsterdam. He told Sophie the truth, not all of it, but enough. She cried. He cried. She asked him to stay. He told her he couldn't. She already knew. He found a small apartment near Kathy's, not because he wanted to be close to her, because the neighborhood felt right, because the streets reminded him of something he could not name. Kathy did not ask him to stay. She did not ask him to leave. She simply let him exist in her orbit, the way she had once let Drew exist, waiting for her to be ready. They walked together sometimes, to the market, along the canals, to the bench, always the bench. They would sit side by side, not touching, not speaking, just sitting, watching the path, watching the trees, watching the snow come and go with the seasons. He never fully remembered. The fragments stayed fragments, flashes, feelings, the echo of a voice that was not his. He stopped trying to force them into shape. He let them come when they came. He let them fade when they faded. She never fully healed. The grief did not disappear. It softened. It settled into her bones like an old ache, present but no longer paralyzing. She stopped wearing the blue dress every day. She started cooking again. She answered a message from an old friend. She did not move on. She moved forward. One afternoon, years later, they were in her kitchen. He was washing dishes. She was drying them. The radio played softly in the background, some station she had found, some frequency that did not demand attention. And then, without thinking, he hummed. A tune. Soft. Old. Something her mother used to sing. Kathy's hands stopped moving. She turned to look at him. He did not notice at first. He was staring out the window, drying a plate, his lips moving almost unconsciously. The melody drifted through the kitchen like a memory that had forgotten it was supposed to fade. "Where did you hear that?" she asked. He stopped, blinked. "What?" "That song. Where did you hear it?" He frowned, thought about it, shook his head. "I don't know," he said. "I've always known it." Kathy set the towel down. She walked toward him, slowly, not because she was afraid, because she wanted to remember every step. He looked at her, confused. "What is it? What did I do?" She shook her head, smiled. Not the sad smile, not the tired smile, something in between. "He really did love me," she said. Ethan tilted his head. "Who?" She did not answer. She did not need to. He looked at her for a long moment. Then, slowly, something softened in his face. Not recognition, not memory, something deeper. Something that had survived the transfer, even when everything else had faded. "Yeah," he said. "I think he did." They did not kiss. They did not embrace. They stood there in the kitchen, with the radio playing and the water still running in the sink, and they let the moment be exactly what it was. Not a beginning, not an ending, a continuation. The snow began to fall outside the window, soft, gentle, the way it falls when the world is not trying to bury anything. Just cover it. Just keep it safe until spring. Kathy looked out at the street. She thought of Drew, his smile, his patience, the way he had waited for her, year after year, never demanding, never leaving, just waiting. She thought of Ethan, his confusion, his kindness, the way he had walked into her life without asking, carrying something precious without knowing what it was. She thought of the bench, the lamp, the tulips scattered in the snow. She thought of the word finally. She did not say it. Some things do not need to be spoken. She turned back to the sink, picked up a plate, began to dry. Ethan handed her another. The radio played on. The snow kept falling. And somewhere, in a place that was neither here nor there, Drew smiled. Because he had been right. Everything's going to be all right. The end.